let's go ahead and begin. So today I've got Jason with me, and here's Jason. He's on the screen. Hi everybody. So Jason, where are you right now?
I'm at Semarang, sir.
Oh, that's right. Fantastic. So Jason's in Semarang, and I'm gonna have a cup of coffee here for our audience, yeah? But I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and have a green table discussion with Jason about how to manage the sales development process. So there's gonna be a bit of 50-50 here. Part of it will be, I'm going to learn some technical skills from Jason. He'll teach me those. And hopefully for whoever's watching this, you can also, as a future employee at Book Vista, understand some of the technical stack and all the things that we do to complete sales. But hopefully I can be of some use and also provide some value to Jason in terms of business strategy and sales foundations and other things like that. Jason, how do you feel right now?
Great, sir.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Okay, let's go through some basic things before we begin, because I think it's good to set the foundations. What are the 5 stages of the sales development process? Do you know?
The 5 stages. 5 stages. I mean, Mas Gani just told me earlier.
The 5 stages are here.
And then the channels. Yeah.
So do you remember what Gani told you?
That's the problem, sir.
So we have to relearn some of these things, okay? If I tell you this one time, will you remember, Jason?
Yes.
The first thing you need to do in any sales process is you need to, actually give me a second. You need to have an introduction. You need to introduce yourself. Because if you don't introduce yourself, and a lot of people forget to do that, then you can't go on to the second stage. What is the second stage of the sales process?
It's building trust.
Yes, correct. So you have to remember that people generally don't speak to other people whom they don't know. So if you have not introduced yourself, if you have not stated who you are, what's your purpose, and just given some, let's say, general facts about yourself, and you launch directly into a pitch and you launch directly into, then most likely a lot of people are not going to trust you. So you do need to introduce yourself and make sure that the other party knows. Now, we're going to go into taking a look at a few different items here later on the screen too as well, to see how we should introduce ourselves digitally too as well, because we're going to be approaching a lot of times online first before we actually introduce ourselves. Now, the next step is to build trust. Why is building trust important?
I mean, if you are in sales and you are offering a product or service, trust is the main key point, especially in digital life.
Correct.
Because why will people should buy or use your service if they don't trust you?
Correct. In this case, Jason, we're not just talking about building trust for the sale. We are far away from the sale right now. We just need some trust so that we can actually have a conversation. So if I don't trust you, if I think you're going to waste my time, if I think that you're probably going to deprive me of some 15-20 minutes of my valuable time, I probably would choose to just hang up the phone or say I'm too busy or move away, so that we don't even get the chance to offer a product or service. All right. So building trust is, of course, entirely critical for getting that sale of the product or service. But right now we're just talking about how to get enough trust so that we can continue talking. So the most important thing to know about building trust is that you can't do qualified discovery, right, if you haven't built trust, which is what stage of the sales process, Jason?
The third stage.
Correct. You are correct. So the third stage of the sales process is discovery. Why do we need to do discovery? What is, let's say, essential about discovery?
Building trust with the discovery is like, so you know what is your client or the person you're talking to need.
Correct. And if you know what they need, can you control the deal now?
Well, if you know what they need and you can offer the right solution or the right approach, I think you control the deal.
Correct. And you've gotten already to the 4th stage. What is the 4th stage?
Is it like approach or close to deal?
No, that's the last stage. The last stage is the closing the deal. 4th stage is something else.
4th stage is offering. Is it offer?
No, it's the pattern matching. Yes, you could call it offering, but what we prefer to call it is pattern matching. What do you think pattern matching is?
Pattern matching, I think, since we have already met a lot of people and we know if we already discovered one person's need, we can like pattern matching to the previous history of the deals, and perhaps we can offer the party the right approach or the path.
Okay, that's a very good guess, and I will refine that guess with a bit more structured knowledge. So you are right, we do need to use the knowledge that we've gained in previous deals in order to close current deals. But pattern matching means this. It means that you have found all that you need from your discovery process, stage 3, to be able to fit each of their problems with each solution offered here. For example, maybe you discover that your client, as a potential property management partner, needs to travel, and so they cannot maybe monitor things all the time, and so they're always on the go. So then you tell them that, great, we have BB Go. Our application BB Go allows you to open it up and see immediately 100% transparency, where your money is, where your guests are, and every detail that you would like to know about the guests. That is now a benefit. Okay, so pattern matching involves really understanding, listening to, and looking for the explicit but also the implicit problems that the partner is facing, and then connecting all those problems to the solution. It's basically helping the client understand what are the benefits of our services. Quick quiz. What's the difference between a fact, a feature, and a benefit?
A fact, feature, and feature and benefit. I think both a benefit and feature is a fact, and not all feature is a benefit.
Correct.
But the benefit always gives like positive impact towards the partner.
Great. And should you be selling facts, features, or benefits?
Sorry?
Should you be selling facts, features, or benefits?
Benefit.
Correct. Very good. Jason understands. So here's a few examples of a fact. A fact could be, we have a Tuesday night dinner at the Boca Vista office. And a feature could be, we offer free food, we offer discussion with our CEO, we offer some interesting tips and everything that is associated with the marketplace in Bali. And you get to meet other people who are currently investors, both young, new, and mature investors. Now, can we offer a benefit without understanding or discovering anything about the client?
No, sir.
Right, because we can only offer facts and features, right? We can only talk about what we are putting on the table, so to speak. We don't know what the benefit is. But let's say, Jason, we went and we talked to this client, and in our discussion we found out that they are anxious because they are new, that they don't know any other people who are building, that they need to compare. Let's say they feel like they're not getting a fair deal from their contractor. They go into legal uncertainties because nobody's given them any advice about how to choose the right type of permit for their rentals. So then what you can do is you take the facts and now you can tie it into a benefit. Would you like to give me an example of a benefit after we understand all these concerns that the client might have?
Well, yeah, I think the benefit we can offer to our partner is they can talk to the right person.
Yeah.
Their problem.
Yeah.
To our RTT.
Right. And not only just talk, they can find a community of experts that have no counter interest to their success, okay? Where they can learn and also build, let's say, a strong professional network here, and they would feel much more comfortable and less anxious about what they're doing in their process. That's a benefit.
Yeah.
So that is then highly beneficial to the client because we've discovered, stage 3, that they are in need of these particular things. And when you're selling benefit, you're connecting emotionally with your client. You're really connecting to their emotions. They're sharing with you how they feel. And if you can help a client feel better, more inspired, more delighted, less anxious, less drowning in uncertainty, confusion, frustration, all these negative things, then you can definitely win them over to be a Boca Vista client. Okay? So the most skilled salespeople always do really, really good what? What is the hardest thing you think that, let's say, a salesperson, that a proficient salesperson, that a proficient journalist even will be doing? What is the peak difficulty level in the 5-step sales process?
It's understanding and listening to a partner.
And what stage is that?
It's the 4th, the pattern matching.
No, unfortunately it's not, because you cannot do pattern matching unless you've done great
Discovery.
Yeah, and also, here's the funny part. You can introduce yourself, that's pretty easy. you can kind of build trust even. That's not even that hard a lot of times. Just a few simple jokes or making sure that you've chosen the right venue, not stumbling in and showing up late. These are all mechanical. You could say that these are processes that you can just simply apply just by listening to what I just told you. But the art of sales is in the discovery. The art of everything is understanding what are the client's objectives, correcting them if they have the wrong objectives, making them feel that you haven't, hurt their, let's say, feelings in the correction, and once again, building that discovery. The discovery is where you go from being a weak sales leader to a powerful sales leader, because if you've discovered well, then you would have actually found out that you are indispensable to the partner's emotional and business needs. So those are the 5 stages of the sales process, and those are critical. So first stage is
Introduction,
and then
build trust, and then discovery, pattern matching or offering, and then the last one is closing the deal.
right. And closing the deal just simply means you need to ask for the business at some point. You cannot just simply go, well, okay, what are we going to do? You have to take initiative and ask, okay, if I give you a deal today, would we be able to sign the MOU? If we're able to do this week, can I help you? So you need to finalize that decision, and generally that comes because the sales leader, which in this case would be, let's say you, is asking for the business, and that's pretty critical. Good. So we've covered the 5 stages of the sales process. We covered why they're important today, and so for anybody who is learning to use the Book of Vista method for their sales process, please enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe. But also, if you're training to, let's say, get a position on our business development team, then I think this process is highly constructive and can be useful. Okay, we'll stop there. Watch the next episode of the Green Table Coffee Chat.